Welcome to Espresso Jams, short, concentrated, delicious conversations about business, life, and more. And now, here's your host, Joe Matz.
Hello, everyone. I'm Joe Matz. I'm the host of Espresso Jams, and I am so happy today to have Lou and Sherri of the Everett Group with us today. They are highly effective leadership coaches, and they teach and they speak on personal growth and development and how it influences us as leaders. Together, they've got more than 4 decades of experience in training, coaching, and leadership. And they've also received training and mentoring from some of the top names out there in the industry. Names like Tony Robbins, Zig Ziglar, Brian Tracy, John Maxwell, Jack Canfield, the author of the Chicken Noodle Soup series, and Paul Martinelli. They're also certified leadership and corporate trainers. So help me welcoming Lou and Sherri, and we'll get started on what is going to be part 2 of a podcast because they have so much information. We got so deep in one of the factors of connecting that we only got through one factor, and there are 5. So with that, I want to turn the mic over to Lou and Sherri.
Thanks, Joe, for having us back again. Yeah, and that was, and we talked about, now if you didn't watch the first one, recommend you go back and watch the first one. You'll know a little bit more about us and what we do. But in a nutshell, we, just as Joe said, we're executive level coaches and trainers. We focus specifically on leadership and development with small businesses and entrepreneurs, solopreneurs. We also work on that level as well to help build a business for someone who's now ready for that next level. So thank you again for having us. And yeah, last time we were talking about relationships. That was the first factor. Yes. And that was great because, Sherri is just a master at some of the things that she does. So go back and look at that if you haven't done it. But today I was thinking we should talk about the second factor, and that's insight. Insight. Basically, so the relationships is who you know, right? Well, insight is what you know. What you know. And what do you do with what you know? So where I'm going here, bear with me. What I'm going here is if you share an area of expertise generously with other people, then what's happening there, you give other people reasons to respect you. Because remember, we're talking about connecting here, right? Connecting. So it gives people reasons to respect you. And what ends up happening when you do give generously an expertise that you have, then that develops a sense of connection with you as well. So that insight, what you know, can be used when you add value to other people, then they respect you and they'll connect with you.
So a lot of people have very specialized knowledge in certain things. For example, if I wanted to share knowledge about bicycling through Asia or Croatia, I could do that. But that may not build our relationship. So how would I know what to share with you? What insights I could share with you?
That's a good question. You see, and again, by sharing it to the masses is one thing. But remember, we're talking about the first factor of connecting was relationships. And a building of a relationship, right, takes time and work. So then I give you a perfect example of that. Sherri and I, we've spoken all over the country. We do webinars. We've gone in corporate training. We have clients that we do. But what we also do when we do anything on a webinar side or we meet with someone and we'll say, we have this history of your future session. It's a 30-minute thing that we kind of take a journey into your successful future, what you envision it, what your vision is. And we work our way back to see how you got there so you can build yourself a plan of action. We give that away. We give that to them. So that we want to do this for you because we're giving our expertise. We're giving them a taste of that expertise. We're giving them a moment to be able to see clarity and where they really want to go. So by giving that, then that in turn says, man, Lou and Sherri are very generous with their expertise and it builds a connection with them. Now, we don't do it for that only reason. We do it because it's a relationship. And then by giving that insight and adding value to other people, that in turn comes back with a solid, good, connecting relationship.
So how do you know how much to share and how deep to go with someone if you're in the beginning stages of building a relationship? Or maybe I should be asking, is that at the beginning stages of a relationship where you share the insight? or do you get to know someone a little bit better and what their dreams, goals, and objectives might be?
It's never too late to give, is it?
Yeah.
But
It's never too late to give.
Okay. Can it be too early to give?
I don't believe it should. I don't believe so.
No, not at all. Because when I connect with some folks, especially on LinkedIn, there's been people right out of the gate that they want to share a manuscript with me or something in their expertise that I may be interested or it could be relatable to what we do. And they're like, here, pleasure to connect with you. I want to share this. This was an article that I wrote, or here's an article that I found. And they just, nothing in return. It was just a matter of, hey, I thought this was of interest of you or for you. So I think, there's no time frame with it. But I think if you're giving and it's coming from a very pure, space and know like, hey, I want something back. I think that's a good thing.
Like you're really wanting to add value with nothing in return. Yeah, that's part of the building relationship process. It's all part of it. And timing wise, it's never too early to give.
Okay. That's interesting. Interesting. So I guess on LinkedIn, you could see someone's profile and you learn a little bit about them. And when you're talking with folks that you meet, maybe it's online, maybe it's in a networking group or whatever, I guess you get to know someone by knowing what they do, where they live, their family status and situation. Is there anything particular that you're looking to learn from someone, or do you have any conversational tips if I'm looking to build a relationship with someone because I want to share something, but I'm not sure I really have something to share of interest? Is there any way to get through that process fairly quickly?
There is. There is. And it all comes down to one word, and it's called story. Everyone has a story. And LinkedIn is a good place to find basic level, what I call head thoughts, right? Those are the immediate head thoughts. That's a little bit about them knowledge wise, but what is the story? And so by connecting that and building that relationship in the beginning, connecting with those people on a one-on-one basis, if you could do so, that provides the story. So the recommendation, and I've heard Sherri do this a lot and I do it, is, so I love what you do. Tell me why you do what you do. Then you get to know the story, a little bit of it, right? Just a little bit of it. And that story is going to now help you to add value to them. How can I then continue to add value to their story? And by doing that, you're now providing what you know to them for nothing in return with the exception of that connection, of that relationship.
I like that. I can't remember anyone ever asking me why I do what I do. And that sounds like that would elicit a story. At least some background information of how I got here.
Right.
And
that's it.
Yeah. Okay. So I could see that being applicable to many situations. That is a little great nugget of information that I'm going to take away from today's talk. And is there anything that you would want someone to take away from our brief conversation today, an action step, something to follow up on? What could you say to that in about 20 seconds?
I'll answer that with a question. Who can you add value to today?
That's perfect. Great.
That's who you need.
And how can someone get in touch with you if they want to know more about the Lou Everett Group?
Google. Google Lou Everett Group and it will come up. Or just go to www.loueverettgroup.com and you're going to find us there too. We're on LinkedIn, we're on Facebook.
That's great. And I can tell everyone who's listening here, they are very accessible and they will get back to you. If you have a question, put it on through their web form on one of the social media sites where you find them, they will get back to you and you will find value in that relationship.
Right. That's right.
Very good. Thank you guys. Have a great day.
Thank you, Joe, for having us.
Hey, Joe.
Bye, everyone.